In 2002 in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, this iconic photo was taken, which eventually would lead to the creation of the Backrooms. Fast forward to 2019, the original Backrooms post was made on 4chan, explaining kind of like what the Backrooms is, that you can no clip out of reality and you end up in the Backrooms. And then fast forward a little bit to 2021, Kane Parsons made the Backrooms found footage, and you already know how that went from there. He made a movie, and I saw the movie not too many days ago. Yeah, I'm gonna give my thoughts on it right now. This video is gonna be spoiler free, so feel free to check this one out before you watch the Backrooms, so you just like have a deeper understanding on what it's gonna be about. First, I'll go over what my expectations were. Obviously, I knew it was not gonna be like the Roblox games at all. I already knew it was gonna be based off Kane Parsons' version of it on his YouTube channel. I thought Kane did a great job making it seem like part of his video series on YouTube. I really enjoyed it a lot. I personally really like the fact that he was able to incorporate the found footage. I have to be honest, the found footage sequences in the movie may actually be my favorite part about it. I thought it just tied in really good with the storyline. It was just like visually really appealing because it was like constant, like not too many cuts in it, and it was just like suspense at every turn. I thought it was like truly amazing how he was able to pull that one off. For the actual scariness of the movie, I have to be honest, watching it in the theater, it's completely different than watching it at home. But I would be honest, it's not too much scary as it is suspenseful. When we see the final entity of the movie, honestly, I was really scared in the theaters, but looking back on it, I see why some people think it looks kind of goofy looking. But genuinely in the theaters, I was like plugging my ears. I was terrified watching it. But I really think it's true when people say it's not too much scary as it is suspenseful, which I have to be honest, I was more scared leading up to certain events in the movie than they actually were scary. Definitely, he does a great job with keeping the audience suspense and leading you into like what's happening. Popular criticisms that I see is that it's slow paced. I have to be honest, I'm somewhat in agreement with that. The first hour felt extremely slow, but after that, it like instantly went fast. I thought it was weird that like the first part of the movie was like really slow, but then after it just immediately picked up pace, which was kind of weird, but I mean, I kind of think I understand why he's going for it, because as we all know, time doesn't exactly work the same in the Backrooms. But it was just a stylistic choice that I personally wasn't too big of a fan of. And when people say that you don't really need to watch the series to understand the Backrooms, I actually have to agree with that a lot. Because obviously we can't go by ourselves to the movie theater, so my dad took us. And all he's seen from it is the trailers, but he seemed to have a pretty good understanding of the Backrooms as a movie. And we've been talking about it, sharing theories about it. But yeah, I genuinely think he does a good job explaining at least what it is at a fundamental level that people can understand. And obviously this isn't it. He's already confirmed that there's gonna be number 2 and quite possibly, if that one does well, maybe even number 3 Backrooms. But obviously the story's not over. It really made me angry that some people thought it was boring because it wasn't like the games on Roblox. Obviously we knew it was not gonna be like the games on Roblox. People, you know, if you go on Instagram, you might see that people are saying that like people genuinely thought it was gonna be like the Roblox horror games. Obviously it's not, it's based on Kane Parsons. I honestly think some parts are supposed to be boring because at the end of the day, the Backrooms, it's like just like vast expanse of nothingness. The first level that we spend basically the most time in, it's really just office buildings. That's all it really is. I think he did a good job, you know, like keeping it true to like how he made it. And finishing off, these are some of my personal critiques about it. Feel free to disagree with me in the comments, but these are just some things that I noticed watching the movie. There's one of the things I didn't like is that it's kind of hard to keep track when things are happening because there's certain scenes that feel like maybe only a day has passed, but it turns out like multiple days or quite possibly even weeks have passed. And I found that a little difficult to keep track of, but like within 5 minutes, I already understood what was happening, but I thought it was just an odd stylistic choice, to be honest. There were certain scenes exploring the Backrooms that I thought it was going on for maybe just a little too long. I understand that they have to really explain truly what it is, but sometimes I felt like they were genuinely dragging a scene for maybe just a little too long. Personally, it was fine, but I thought maybe they could have just sped it up a little bit. I don't really have too much other critiques to say without kind of spoiling the movie. So if you want to see my more in-depth one, check the next video. That one does include spoilers, so I recommend you watch the movie before watching that video. But overall, I think Kane Parsons did an amazing job, and maybe Hollywood is going to change now, seeing that YouTubers doing so good, like Markiplier with Iron Lung and Obsession and Backrooms, that maybe it's going to be like a new era for not just horror movies, but maybe Hollywood in general. Anyways, I plan to watch a Backrooms movie too, and I hope you all enjoy the Backrooms movie. I'll see you all next time. Bye.